vortex and how cold air kind of came down from the Arctic. Okay, but we were underwater, but we were not here when we were underwater. When Indiana was underwater, get this, and I don't know why. I mean, it wasn't until maybe 10 years ago that I had a light bulb moment. I don't know why they don't teach you this. Okay, maybe some of you already know this. Here's Indiana now. When we were underwater, Indiana was way down here.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. We were way below this wonderful line called the equator. That's where Indiana was. Now, this is some really cool new technology, but I want to show you this video from Science Central. I don't know if you've ever been Science Central, but there's this really cool room where there's this globe. Okay, y'all with me on this? You've all been there.
No.
Yep.
Yeah, we took a field trip in second grade.
Nice.
Well, I didn't.
Okay, what were you gonna say, Gracie? No, not right now. Okay, so here we go. Watch this. Okay, here's the Earth. Okay, I want you to look for Indiana. There it is. I'm talking to my kids. 400 million years ago. Look at this. Here's the equator, folks. We're way down here. Now look what's happening. We're finally hitting some land.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's some mountains. Okay. But all of this is South America. Okay. Where's North America? It doesn't even look like it, right? Where's even Africa? Here comes Africa over here a little bit. Now we're finally moving up north. Okay. This is the Jurassic where dinosaurs were. Okay. Here's South America finally broke free. Okay. Now we've got, this is going to be the Andes over here. Here comes Africa. Okay. When we were underwater, we aren't where we are right now. Okay. And I don't know why we don't ever talk about that when we talk about Indiana stuff. Okay. Hey, stick with me here. I got a couple more things to say. Okay. Thanks. Now, one thing that I want to focus on though, is if we weren't there, okay, why are we talking about this? I thought this is biology. What does this have to do with our next thing? We're gonna start talking about change through time and how animals change through time, but there is evidence of us being underwater, and it's very, very close to us here in North Manchester. There's some place I could take you physically that would show me that we were underwater at one time. Okay, nobody got it last period. Here's a little map of Indiana. This gives me geological time. Everybody has Jurassic. This is right now, but we had some mammals, early mammals. We had some dinosaurs down here in the Jurassic. We had the Carboniferous. So this is new time. This is old time. Glaciers came kind of like down like this. We'll talk about glaciers in a second. Okay, but in the next picture, I have something that will give us an idea that we were underwater. Okay, very, very close to here in North Manchester. It's this.
Yes.
Hanging Rock. Okay, now here's the deal. If you've never been to Hanging Rock, I highly recommend it. Okay, number one, it is scary. Okay, so here's my boys. This is a few years ago. So there's Linus, there's Ira. Okay, I had a student climb up here to the top. You can climb up here to the top. By the way, there's no rails. I had a student that fell off of this, broke both of his legs. Lucky to be alive. Okay, went there with this youth group and somebody pushed him. Yeah, bad idea. Okay, all right. So where's this located? Okay, this is located. Here's Highway 24. Here's Hanging Rock. Okay, here's the Salamone River. Let me show you a map. Okay, I like to go through Serbia, okay, to get to Hanging Rock. Hanging Rock is located right here, but the reason I put this little dot here, this is Highway 24. This is the town of LaGros. Wabash is over here, okay? Huntington is over here, okay? But from here to here on this map is the same as here to here, okay? And all of this was underwater, and all of this was a river when the glaciers started to melt. Okay. Now, that still doesn't answer the question, how does Hanging Rock tell me that we were underwater at one time? Limestone, baby, got it, Oliver. Okay, that thing's made of limestone, and so it is chock full of what?
Algae.
No, there's probably some algae in there, not cocaine, not salt, fossils, Ash. Okay, what kind of fossils? Not dinosaurs. Fish, not fish. Maybe fishes. Stuff that live in the ocean, right? Okay, shells, yeah, all kinds of sea life, okay? We have a lot of limestone in Indiana because when Indiana was underwater, we were under a shallow sea and a lot of those things died. And then over time, they hardened. That's what sedimentary rock does. And this is a relic of an old coral reef, okay? So when we look at this is coral, all of this was coral reef, okay? So it's pretty crazy to think that 20 minutes away from us physically now, at one time, we could have gone and seen, you know, fun little fishies and snorkeled in the coral reef of the quote unquote Wabash River system. Okay, of course, it didn't look anything like this now. Okay, go visit Hanging Rock, super cool. But again, all underwater stuff. Now I'm mad at the glaciers, okay, but glaciers are also cool for a couple things. Number one, okay, I like to think about glaciers like this. Let me show you this picture. So, too many things like this going right here. Okay, so recently we had a lot of snow, and I looked at the snowbank at Lance's. This is not a picture. I should take a picture of snowbank at Lance's, but it got pretty hot. And when it melted, it left a lot of debris, mostly rocks and gravel. Okay, how many of you have ever driven down Packardon Road? If you've ever driven down Packardon Road, you know that Packardon Road, okay, is kind of hilly. Okay, so here's Wabash County. Okay, right here is North Manchester. If I go north, okay, I'm going to go up and down and up and down and up and down. That's because glaciers move slow. And they're basically pushing all of this rock. And when it melts, it leaves the rock. And when it leaves the rock, it leaves hills. Unfortunately, I'm mad at glaciers because they may have left cool things like that. They may have left really cool dirt for farmers. Okay, but the glaciers took away something really cool from us here. That's Gasco Reef. Okay. What's that? What's that, Oliver? They did leave us this thing. These things right here, by the way. Why would these things? Why would these little divots be cool?
Soil.
Lakes. We got a lot of lakes in northern Indiana. Thank you, glaciers. But what they take away from me? My ex-wife. Thank you, ex-wife. No, it didn't take my ex-wife away. Okay, it took away all the dinosaur bones. We had dinosaurs in India, but the glaciers just all of think about all well, it's interesting because southern India, there's some possibilities of some findings. You can find some really cool fossils in like Richmond, Indiana. And we found some. Do you guys know where Dave McKee lives?
Yeah.
Dave, all right. Do you know where the German Baptist Church is on Packardon Road? Right out there, they had found mastodon bones. They found a giant beaver. Okay, there's some really cool stuff. Okay.
Mr. Burnwood.
Yeah.
Mr. Burnwood.
Yes.
I don't know if you knew this, but at my
Megan
grandma's
Crane.
old farm, they found one of those huge bear skeletons. I never said.
Get out!
Yeah.
The St. Clair farm?
No, it's